Welcome back. Coming up quick on 7 o'clock, and we want to celebrate the Labor Day holiday with you with some of the things that we're going to make at home this weekend. And you, sir, went all out, as you do every day, but this looks amazing. And you made some burgers. You were the grill master here at Pro News 7.
I'm not, but I tried. And the sweet potato fries, we'll get that here in a minute.
Okay.
But as far as the burgers go, I use a real simple recipe. You know, Chef Bud talks about you don't want to go overboard with seasoning, and so I really don't. I try to kind of keep it simple. What I really kind of want to focus on is what you cook it over.
Okay.
Because, you know, you can do charcoal, you can do gas, or you can do a smoker. I've got a wood smoker and I've got a gas grill. But what I've done with my gas grill is I have a little box that you can put chips of mesquite in.
Oh,
and I think that's the key.
okay.
I like the mesquite flavor. When I put it in a smoker, though, it overwhelms it. I mean, the meat just reeks of mesquite.
Yeah.
And it's just really,
it's a little much.
It is a little much. And so here's my recipe for the hamburgers that we're going to talk about here. What I use is a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning.
Okay.
You can see it there. Take the hamburger patties, put a little bit on one side, actually on both sides, kind of just gently pat it in just a little bit. Flip the patty over and repeat the process. Now, what I do when I cook these is I cook them until the juices start running clean, but I do not squeeze the patties.
Yeah, I saw that you did. So that helps them from drying out, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's really kind of the key with me. If you squeeze it, you're going to end up with a charcoal briquette. You're going to end up with something that's just really, really tough. But this allows the juices to kind of be in there, and you wait till they run clear. Make sure they're cooked. 165 degrees is important temperature to be reached. But that's really kind of the main thing. And I cook them over mine over mesquite. Okay, now let's get to the baked sweet potato fries. I have no clue how to make these.
Apparently you do. They look good, though.
Well, looks can be deceiving. Went online. I figured, okay, sweet potatoes. That's a southern. Paula Dean, yeah, she's a good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll try her recipe. Okay, so she uses something that's you cut the sweet potatoes into strips, 1/4-inch strips. Now let me warn you about something. Cutting a sweet potato is tough. You need a machete. If you have a samurai sword, that works best.
Okay.
Don't use a steak knife. Once you get them cut into strips, she puts a little bit of olive oil, enough to kind of cover it, puts it in a big metal pan.
Okay.
Kind of toss it around, and she uses I call it a rub, but it's got some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika. And I've got the ratios there on the screen. Let me warn you something. If you're going to do a cup of salt and then a 1/4 cup of pepper, and that's a lot of salt.
Yeah.
I have that. I did a 1/2 cup, and that was. I think it's
still really salty.
I think these are salty.
Okay.
Now I didn't put all of that on these fries, but I can warn you that you're going to be drinking water for the rest of the day.
Okay.
You're going to suck the
Maybe
water
way
out
up
of
on the salt just a little bit.
I would. It was a little too salty. 20 minutes total, 10 on one side. Heat the oven up to 450, and then flip them over. You can see they're a little bit done. You may want to cut back about a minute or so on these. Of course, this is a healthy way to do it, as opposed to frying.
It's better than regular fries, and I think it's a lot of moms, especially your kids, they want French fries.
Oh,
If you can figure out a way to do it healthy and to bake them in the oven, much better.
You want to be a guinea pig?
I do.
Okay,
Everything
I'll cut off a little
smells
piece
so good.
of the meat for you there. And again, I think the mesquite is kind of the key. Some folks want to use hickory, some folks want to use some other things, but I kind of sold the mesquite. Good flavor. And again, that's just a little bit of that Montreal steak seasoning and some Johnny seasoned salt is what I use, and that's it. Try to keep it simple.
Chef Bud would be so proud of you.
Would he? Well, he uses the keep it simple. I call it the keep it simple stupid, the KISS method. You want to try a baked sweet potato fry?
I do. You don't want to try one?
I've had them.
They look really pretty too.
You'll see what I think about the salty thing. They're salty.
Oh, I think they're good.
You think they're good?
They're really good.
You're not just like.
I think you underestimated yourself on these. I think they're really good.
Right.
You can get our recipes a little bit later on YouTube in case you missed anything. Coming up next, I'll be making 2 hot dog topping recipes. Again, keep it simple. We'll be right back.